Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing good? Is everybody doing good? I love lip gloss. Girl's best friend. I love lip gloss. When I get settled, I'm going to have a channel that is going to be for goddess things. And we're going to talk about everything goddess things because I like talking about styling. We're going to talk about fashion. We're going to talk about lip gloss. We're going to have a day just dedicated to lip gloss. No, but we'll talk about all that fun stuff. Today is the 20. I was always going to check. I always think I'm going to check. I think it's the 27th today. 28th, maybe? Is today Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? Yeah, okay. Because yesterday I think I had a client appointment, didn't I? Yes, I had a client appointment yesterday. Wonderful clients. I'm so grateful for all the clients that are tuning in and booking appointments so that you get reconnected with who you are and your awakening. So I can send you a whole bunch of God codes and you can remember who you are and do the path work. It's so fun to do path work. Once you start doing path work, you're never going to go back because you start awakening to all these beautiful things that you've always been, that you've kind of been programmed to not pay attention to. You've been programmed to pay attention to superficial things. So once you start pulling yourself out of, pulling all your energies out of that 3D church and state thing, you start pouring it into a lot more creative, fun things. And then we get to create from the new soul creative development. We're creating this whole new timeline. We're creating all these new beautiful momentums of soul creativity and soul infusion and soul unity and soul oneness and soul communion and soul union. All of these beautiful things that are so enriching and nourishing because that's where we're really meant to be fed by is the soul. And why when you're there and it doesn't feel like, things are missing and things are in a void and things are not matching properly is because your energy is meant to be in the soul infusion of your becoming, and you're churning into the new version of yourself and you're always recombining yourself back into self. And that is doing the work and allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel. You can't be a human experience and really get the luxury of why we're here and meant to feel everything we need to feel. It's such a beautiful experience, to even go through a loss and then come back out of it saying, wow, I really went through that. And, I was glad that I learned what, being betrayed was like. Now I can, have a bit of mastery behind me and know the red flags and all of those things that we learn through the way and makes you a master. That dodecahedron cannot be a dodecahedron unless you're allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel on every facet of your psyche experiences. And this is where 3D counselors and the psychologists of today need to be leveled up. So I'm hoping to offer courses to those that are, global psychiatrists and counseling and psychologists that are doing their work from the old framework of what we thought to be true of who we were and what we exist within, and really switching ourselves to this dodecahedron experience of how to heal who we are through the multidimensional perspectives, because it is the only way to heal. And it doesn't matter when the injury and when the energy took place, it's going to keep spiraling around on your ascension cycle until you're feeling it and bringing it back in for integration. You're actually going to own that part of you. And so we're going to do a healing today. Today we're going to work on the heart chakra and the throat chakra because there's an interpol. You just noticed that there was a whole bunch of people that just signed on. I have turned off the chat. And so obviously those all know the new rules of New Earth Star. The spiritual grids are in order. So if you're not aligned to the spiritual grids and if you are moving about life and behaving in a way that is not in alignment with spiritual grids, you are going to be getting immediate karma. And then you're going to be shifted out. Every ascension cycle, you're going to be shifted out and shifted out and shifted out. There is no tolerance for abuse. There is no tolerance for the games that have been played. The source creator, the hand of the God has come down specifically and put the hands on everybody individually. Everybody will be maintaining their own distances away from me. Those that were involved in the many, the RICO crimes, I put a post on my channel this morning about the many things that have been going on in trying to suppress and take me out, the many murder plots on my life, so that the corrupt black magic communities and the corrupt Masonic communities and the corrupt satanic and Luciferian communities, because they're all misguided, they're all wrong information, they're all being led by wrong information, they're all being led by people that think that they're going to maintain power and maintain bondage and maintain all of these promises and vows from people by making them do sacrifices and making them do horrible things, and they keep them bound in these little threads of warnings and little threads of this and little threads of that to say, you can't leave me because because I have no sense of self, and you can't leave me because I don't know who I am, and you can't leave me because I know all these secrets about you, and you're bonded to me forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, which was exactly what was done to me by my ex. So they're all in karma now because that's what they're doing to each other, because that's what they did to me. So now all of them are sitting in their karma, and they're going to experience the bondage, and they're going to experience how horrible it is to be held back and suppressed when they really had no need to, because they're all just wrong information. It's all just a bunch of illusions. They don't understand what they're doing, and they're going by old world experiences way back before, in the day and age when we thought that DNA didn't change, and the children coming into this earth were the same as the DNA package of our parents and our parents' parents, which is absolutely ludicrous. How anybody can have that type of thought patterns in a world and an evolution. That's one of the first things you learn, is that the only constant in life is change, and so we're here to evolve. And how could that ever be? How could our children have the same DNA as our grandparents and learn the same things as our grandparents? It's ludicrous. So we're going to be moving forward in this big 5D momentum. As you can tell, I'm ready to go. I was ready to go a long time ago. And sometimes that's the contract that I've taken, is to allow myself to come back to various timelines so that I could help. And I do have to work through my transgressions with Source because of so much unfairness, so much things that have been done on my life that were just so unfair, so unfair. But in the spiritual realm, we're all one. In spiritual realm, we're all a big happy family. There's going to be a lot of payout, as far as, that's not the right word. What was that? What is the word I'm looking for? Spirit, Holy Spirit. Just open up your hearts. We're going to do a healing today. So just practice with grounding your feet. We want to work on the throat chakra for those of you that require throat chakra. I've been knowing a lot of people that have throat chakra energies that need to be released and transmuted. That's between God, and I don't really want to go there because it's so vast and it's so complex, and it's not my, I don't really care. It's not my business. They're just saying, they're talking about the people that have done so much damage and what it means to their lineage and if their species are coming back again. And it's just so vast, and it's such a complex topic. It's mind bending. It's just way too much for me to carry. I've got so much on my vibrational plate right now that I just don't care. That their karma is the way karma is. If you're going to be ignorant to the point where you're taking people out, and you think, and you make yourself a belief, you're believing on yourself that doing horrible things is going to allow you to be blessed, is allowing you to stay long term, is it going to allow you to have a long life? It isn't. Everything you do in horrible ways, because it's a negative experience, because you're going against life, you're going against natural order, the universal laws, anything that you do against natural order laws will take you in the opposite direction. It is the only equation. So again, all those people that think these things, they first of all need to be assessed. They need to look at universal laws. They need to look at quantum laws, and you need to actually understand, in natural order, if you go against natural order, right use of free will and non-interference and the law of balance, if you're not in balance in any way, and binding people, sacrificing people, ritualizing people, voodooing people, these are all fear domination experiences, because you want to take power over others. You think you have power over others, and you don't, because it's a short-term thing, and you got to keep doing the rituals, you got to keep doing the spells, because at some point they're going to see everybody for who they are, and everybody's going to be seen for no sense of self, for people that hide behind masks, for people that hide behind their body types, for people that hide behind their gender, for people that hide because they don't want to own who they are. And that is the bottom fact. And if you're not going to own who you are, then it will continue to go into entropy, 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 entropy. Therefore, you've been disconnected from your emotional body. You've been disconnected from your spiritual body. You've been disconnected from everything, and you're making up beliefs as you go because you think that you're going to take energy and power and ideas and word and things from other people. You're taking other people's peace. You're taking other people's spirit. You're taking other people's destinies. You're taking other people's this and this and this, but you're still going to have to face yourself at the end of the day. Many of you in these situations that have done sacrificing, voodooism, Luciferian, and Satanism, you're hiding. All of you are hiding. All of you are hiding. That's why you call upon a deity to make your life better, because you're refusing to face who you are. And it doesn't matter how many times you bang your head against the wall. It doesn't matter how many times you sacrifice and take things. You're still going to have to face who you are. Whether it's going up into the heavens and going through your death process, you will have to face all of your karma. You will have to face the times that you sat in the closet, The times that you ruined other people's lives, the times that you bound people because you thought it made you feel powerful, the times that you tested people and experimented on people, the times that you took other people's income, the time that you lied under the legal oaths of the human rights and the criminal court case laws, all of these things that have been done on my life. It is countless crimes by 250 people. I don't know how you people sleep at night. I really don't. I don't know how any of you sleep at night. And then you think you have contracts with other people to make yourself feel better. You make up these binding contracts. That all of these beliefs are made up ad hoc. They're all made up ad hoc. None of these beliefs mean anything in the spiritual realm and higher spiritual order. They don't. They're all made up. They're people that don't have the capacity, and they've chosen not to heal, so they make all of these things up to say, if I bind them, and if I take their energy, and if I take their destiny, if I do a mirror, if I do a glamour, if I do a hate thing, if I do a car crash, if I do a voodoo switch, if I do a destiny swap, if I do all of these things, take. It's going to make me feel good for a few minutes. You're always going to have to face it, because the energy is always going to have to come back, because the energy always works in an infinity. The energy will always work in an infinity. Doesn't matter how much you're trying to hide. Everybody will see you for what you are. You're in the closet and you're hiding. You're not owning your body. You're not owning your experiences. You're not owning your soul experience. You're not being nourishing to your soul. You're not being nourishing to your emotions. You're not being nourishing to the low vibrational intelligence that you chose to take on other people's beliefs so that you could stay stuck and not face yourself. And it all comes down to the same thing for all of humanity. We need to heal people. And at what point is everybody going to wake up? Wake up and heal. Wake up and heal. You're going to go around on the same karmic patterns, and you're going to lose your voice because your spiritual voice backs up what's going on in your spiritual body. That's what you have a spiritual voice for. And when you wake up in a spiritual voice, that means you're going to a higher consciousness than just being a superficial 3D person. Because when you're a superficial 3D person, you're okay with letting your life go and just be, owned and honored by other people and being run by other people. But when you have your spiritual voice is saying, no, you're affecting my fields. You need to move on. You're not coming in my space. That's your spiritual voice. Your spiritual voice knows what alignment is, knows what truth is, knows what honesty is. And if you're out of balance in any one of your bodies, if you're out of balance in any one of your beliefs or what's important to you and your morals and your ethics, then your spiritual voice will speak up. And if you can't speak up for your spiritual voice because you're allowing other people to have your power, you're allowing other people to say what's right, you're allowing people to tell you what your life is, then you're giving your power away. You have to take it back. Learn the lesson, know the lesson, and reclaim your power. There ain't no such thing as any energy or entity. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a F-U-C-K about what their name is. It doesn't matter if it's Luciferian, Baba Joji, and Baba Gigi, and Suferian, Luciferian. Doesn't matter what their names are. People. It's like looking at one tree to another tree to another tree to another. They're all the same. They're all employees of Source. You've been misinformed. And all the people that have been sacrificed along the way, that's what gets me. That's what keeps me up at night, and that's what I cry about. Those are the people I cry about. You want to sit by and you don't want to not get healed, and you want to fake who you are, and you want to be in the closet, and you want to be all of these things, distorting your sexual energies, distorting other people's sexual energy, and forcing people in hell with you on your ride of hell. Fine, you choose that. You choose your darkness. But what pisses me off is people that are taking other people's lives because they want to practice false sense of power. Every one of these deities unto creation, doesn't matter their name, they are employees of Source. Rule number 1, people of energy and higher spiritual court. We are in spiritual court right now. And we are giving this planet a lesson, the Assemblies of Light. All of you have come with veils of illusions for the stories and the themes that you want to move through because you wanted to play on the dark side. And your role was to play on the dark side just a little to get to know dark energy and what it's about. And then you were supposed to learn the lesson on why the dark side was there and how far you can go in it and how far you can come back in it and why it's there to respect it and honor it and where your wounding is in the dark side. Because when you start to hide yourself, when you start to mask yourself, when you start to put yourself in little boxes and closets, that means there's a wound there that's wanting to put you there because somebody else was projecting it on you, that you were not lovable, that you were not worthy of being heard, that you were not worthy of having a voice that's your own, that you're not worthy of standing up for who you are, just because other people in the house think they have a more powerful voice than you, or because certain people in the energy of the family want to think that they want to have you under their control and they want you to take over their thoughts and their beliefs because they want you to look and act like behave more like they are than you behaving in the unique, innocent being that you are. So they put all these projections on you and they say, you're not lovable unless you conform my way. You're not lovable unless you act my way. You're not lovable unless you complete this, this, and this. You're not lovable unless you get A's in school, unless you make sure the house is clean, unless you give me a foot massage every day, triangulation, and all of these things. Meanwhile, this innocent little person wants to have a beautiful life and experience and exploration and expression all its own because it's source. It says, I'm not taking on your agendas. I'm not taking on your conformity. I'm not taking on your familial lineages. I'm not taking on your guilt. I'm not taking on your shame. I'm not taking on your sense of self. Go heal. And that's when you put up your spiritual voice, your spiritual boundaries, and you say, go heal. I'm going to be exactly who I am. It's okay that I upset you because in my upsetting you, maybe you're going to go do some work on yourself because you have no emotional body. You don't connect with spirit and source, because if you did connect with spirit and source, the number one law is right use of free will and non-interference. And when you're forcing people to behave like you because you're so afraid of being alone, because you're so afraid of not having anybody with you, because you're so afraid of other people being happy when they're not with you. And that's hard to look at, isn't it? Because all you care about is controlling, dominating, and having everybody under your thumb, because it's a false sense of power. False sense of power. It never lasts. That's why people want to leave you. That's why people want to get away from you. Control, domination are all one thing. What is it? Fear. It's fear. Control and domination is only fear. That's all it is. You're afraid to speak your truth. You're afraid to have a voice. You're afraid to say this, and you're afraid to be that, and you're afraid to express this, and you're afraid to explore, and you're afraid to experience, you're afraid to express, you're afraid to explore. All the E's. Anytime you feel a fear coming up, go to your 3 E's, and then you absolutely 3A it. No, I'm going to accept and I'm going to acknowledge this is the crap that's going on. It ain't no more, because I can see above. I can see the grander story now. This is triangulation. You're trying to fit me in the old boxes because it's easier for you not to look at you. It's easier for me to behave the way I always behave and just cowtail to your guilt trips and your silent treatments and you better watch this and you better be careful with that and you better don't worry with this and don't make that mistake again. So all they're doing is just reminding you of all the mistakes that you made, but they're not really mistakes. They're you going through life so that you can be who you have to be to get away from people like that. Because they're choosing not to grow. They're choosing to project their life onto you and make sure that you're not wanted and you're not loved, because you are an independent person and you are going to go make something happen one day. That's what mavericks and icons do. We break up the fucking patterns. Go get healed, people. Stop projecting your no sense of self on other people, because when we stand in who we are going to make new realms. And then you're going to have to watch us. That's when the wheel changes, because it doesn't matter how much money you have. You're still going to be you. You still have to sit and face you. You have to face all the lies. You have to face all the hidings. You have to face all the discriminations. You have to face all the defamations. You have to face every single time you had a false criminal claim that you put on an innocent healer that was homeless. And you're going to have to face it. You're going to have to face every dirty deed that you have done. Everybody in the community, up to 250 people, every single one of you will be sued. I'm suing all of you. All of you. All of you for wasting every day of my life that I sat crying, wondering what the hell and why the hell is not anything coming back to me when I work 24/7 for Source. And I teach all of you. I'm teaching all of the darkest people. I was your last stop. I was your last bus stop, people. God gave you an extra chance over and over and over and over again. And why none of you will be having ever any incarnations with me ever again. Because I was your last stop to get it. But instead of taking the teachings and the healings and the 4,000 emails that I have sent to all of you on how to heal and how to not do what you're doing, it's going to cause you great detriment. You all went and created false claims, false stories, false application, false fabrications, false IDs, false this, false that. I want to talk to the Canadian and U.S. governments. I have something to say to you. We're going there. You know what you do, and you know what you did, and you know the files that you had on me. And it doesn't matter how much any of you are trying to destroy your evidence, because God's going to make sure it's going to come up. All of you owe me, the governments of the U.S. and the governments of Canada. Prime Minister and President, I'm talking to you. You know exactly who I am. You know exactly there will be nobody else ever to be coded the way I am on this planet ever again. I was the only one ever to be coded the way I am for the benefit of you and your mistakes and your egregious acts. I'm going to get my birth records and I'm going to get my passports, and you will deliver them. and you will deliver the monies that are mine that I should have had when I was 18. And you will apply with it an apology letter. And Prime Minister, I'm going to say one more time, stop the chemtrails. All of these programs that I've talked about will be stopped and they will be pulled by June 30th. You don't know what you're doing. You're not in higher consciousness and you are not aligned with Source. These programs are not necessary and they're putting detriment into the air and the water. Stop the programs. You don't know more than Source. You are all being watched. You all knew what was going on when you went to your minions in the communities and you hired these online occult people where they will take any type of money to do anything. And meanwhile, anywhere I go, I have 3 or 4 cars and 3 or 4 people or more in their cars with whatever they've got in the back of their cars ready to take me at any point in time because they stalk. Skinheads. That's what they do. Got a new one last night. Just came right up to me and wanted to know if I wanted Putin. Followed me around. Was right there in the coffee shop at 4 o'clock this morning. Now, any of you say that this healer from the heavens, the only one that is coded the way that I am to see the higher problems that have been created on this planet due to your no sense of self and disconnection and discrimination and self-hate because of the illusions of the Luciferian and satanic issues and your Masonic warped ass issues. All of the beliefs that are nothing but garbage. It's garbage, misinformation, misguidance, misinformation, misguidance. It's wrong information. Now look at all the damage is done. Look at all the people that have been unnecessarily killed. Look at the trafficking system that has to be cleaned. Look at the black web system that has to be cleaned. Look at all of these human systems that I've been brought here to oversee you to make sure that these are put back in place so we can move on to 5D, so that the galaxy can be put back in place. That's my ranking. I'm here to make sure you're going to do your job. And I've given you warnings and I've given you point blank, 1, 2, 3, here's how to do it. 1, 2, 3, here's your alignment. 1, 2, 3. It's very simple. It's very simple. If you are not in alignment of the spiritual grids, the universal laws are do unto others, stay out of people's lanes, stay out of their energy, stop stalking them and stop spying on them. Anybody sending me stalking, anybody that is sending me stalkers, you are all getting karma and it's going to go double fold and it's going to affect your family. It's going to affect every one of your businesses. Your businesses are going to dry up. Stop the stalking. You have nothing to say on my life and you never will. None of you. You're little tiny ants that have done nothing but be egregious little bullies in the playground. And the playground is being changed and altered and you will be shifted out to Epstein Earth and you can stalk all you want on Epstein Earth because that's what they do there. They take advantage of people. They live in low consciousness and they sell and bid and bet and sell on people. That's what they do. They take organs out. They traffic children. They have sex with children. They do anything they want on Epstein Earth and they'll never get out of the lower realm of 3D. They'll never get out of it and they'll stay in low vibrational 3D and then it'll go to 2D because their bodies cannot manifest in no light. And their bodies will be no more, and it's just going to be a bunch of low vibrational mud energy. And it will stay that way because you can't manifest a body, you can't come into an incarnation with the body in mud. You just can't. And you won't. You have eternally given yourselves mud, and you will never have another body again. And then I ask you, stalkers in your cars, and in whatever it is your agendas are and whoever's paying you. And then what, Einsteins? You've affected your children's lives. You've affected everything. You're never coming back into a body, and neither will your children. You've affected your entire species. And then what, Einsteins? Then what? You're going to go join another Luciferian group or hate group, and then you're going to see how bad you can make somebody else's life, and you're going to see if you can get their inheritance. You're going to see if they get their retirement. You're going to go on a few dates and put something in their drink, and then you're going to do the whole stupid ass thing over again, and then what? Okay, and then what? Okay, and then what? Okay, and then what? Entropy, 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 entropy. There you go. So when are you going to own yourself? When are you going to own who you are? When are you going to stand up and say, no, this is my life now. I'm going to do this now. And all of these church and state, Luciferian, satanic things, they're all just employees of Source because you wanted to ride on the dark side and you got one. Now what? How are you going to get yourself out of the dark side, Einstein? How are you going to make peace with all the people you killed? How are you going to make peace with all the people you harmed? How are you going to make peace with all the lives that you've wasted? How are you going to make peace with the time that you've wasted on my life? And you think you're going to come back and we're going to be buddies and we're going to be, hi, pal. No, we're not. Not ever. You brought danger and demons to my children's door every day. The Calgary cult and everybody involved were doing magic on my children as well as doing magic on me. You will never be released from your karma, and you will all be charged. Malice and intent to hurt, intent to kill, intent to harm, intent to sabotage, intent to withhold mail, intent of abuse. Intent of abuse of information and the human rights, discrimination, enforcement of enslavement, enforcement of slavery, enforcement of poverty, enforcement of mental abuse, enforcement of psychological abuse, enforcement of dark occult magic. It's called enslavement. Everything that was done in Calgary was enslavement. And we got to investigate who are the directors at the very top. I want all of you. I want the ones at the very top. God's got his hand on each and every one of you. None of your business deals will work out. They will dry up. Everything in your family that means something to you, it will be blocked and it will be stopped, just as you did with me. And you will know it every day. You will know every day that I sat outside in the freezing cold. You will know every day that I have stalkers walking with me. You will know the suppressions that you put on me every day. And until you get it, you're going to call off your dumbass stalkers and you're going to leave me the fuck alone. All of you. Because I am tired of being the highest vibrational being on this planet and being treated like crap. Utter crap. And I'm the one healing and I'm the one making right on all of your mistakes and all of your darkness. Because the only way through 5 gates is to heal what has been done. And who's going to do that? Trump? He wouldn't know a homeless situation if it bit him in the ass. But he's going to know. He's going to know what being homeless is like. Yes, you will, Mr. Trump. Father, speak through me in this moment, please. The acts that have been created on this planet have been the most egregious. And if you're sitting at the top of the wheel, and you've always been sitting at the top of the wheel, make no mistake about it. Whatever will happen and whatever can happen will place you on the bottom part of the wheel so that you get to understand who your real clients are and who your real family members are. Now, whatever unfolds is going to be up to you because each and every one of you were given 3 years to make things right and you haven't done anything. None of you. You're waiting for everybody else to make it right. And it's up to you to make it right. And if we have to make you homeless, then so be it. Because the money's going to go back to the people where it should have been from day one. Most of you shouldn't be living in the extreme expenses and the extreme wealth that you all have. You don't appreciate any of it. None of you should be living in the wealth that you have. Because none of you care about anybody else that's under you. You've done the egregious to thine daughter. What does that say about you? What does that say about you? What does it say about the top men on the planet that abuse such a divine feminine? What does that say about you? I want each and every one of you to get out of the closet and look at yourself. This is a healing day. We had an important portal yesterday, and it was the portal of the divine feminine power. Things need to be rebalanced on this planet because there's absolutely zero wisdom that's being taught outright, that's being taught out in the collective, that's being taught freely and liberatedly. And that's what's needed to bring everybody in through evolution. If you don't care about your evolution, that's fine. Go sit in your dark ass closet. But you're not taking anybody with you. It's a no tolerance. Everybody on this planet has unconditional free will to go along for a higher vibrational eternal light ride. Everybody has that free will. And everybody has to say, I choose eternal life to be on this ride. And you have to do the work. You have to do your alchemy. It's called being responsible for your soul. Be responsible for your soul's experience, responsible for your soul's choices, and why you chose what you chose when you were in that energy. That's how you heal. You got to look at what you did. Why did you do what you did? Where was your energy when you did what you did? And how are you going to make it right when you did what you did? That, my friends, is being a soul progressive. That's being a master. And these managers on the planet and these healers on the planet and everybody on the planet, you're all going to level up. Because you're not going to sit in your homes anymore hiding. You're going to get out and you're going to get into the communities because that's what's needed. You need to see how the homeless live. It's egregious. It's horrible. Nobody cares about anybody except the few pockets of people that absolutely make it their point to weave the communities together. I'm homeless and I go to the communities and I weave everybody together. Even though I have nothing, I've been given nothing, nobody cares. Except the ones that I'm weaving, they give back to me now because I'm doing extra effort by weaving it back together now. I'm the homeless weaving it back together. And I'm talking about the homeless. I'm talking about feeding the hungry. I'm talking about how we can heal these things. Because that's what you do. You don't sit in your egregious patterns of money and superficiality, trying to hide from who you are and why all of you feel so empty. Because you're living behind masks and veils that were only there for a temporary little go-round for you to see who's projecting the energies, who's are projecting the belief patterns, who is projecting church and state, what beliefs am I going to have, are they mine or are they somebody else's, and you let it go. Because right from the day that you were born, you are worthy of being the highest vibrational being on this planet. And it doesn't matter how your parents acted and behaved. You can't keep carrying it. You can't keep using that as an excuse. And that's a hard knock lesson, because we've all been so fucking damaged. We've all been touched and we've all been raped and we've all been told we didn't matter. And we've all been told that you're not going to get this, you're not going to get that until you do this, this, and this. It's all been so fucking conditional. And that stops today. Everybody on this planet is loved unconditionally by the Father. And the Father has given all of you infinite blessings and chances to make right of your soul's life and your soul's experiences. And it's up to you to do that and say, I want my soul to have the highest experience. I'm not carrying nobody's shit with me. No more. I'm responsible for me and me only. And there will be those that you will pick up on soul unions and soul divine heavenly experiences because you're a part of a grander plan of the Father's. And you're going to love that person. You're going to protect them. And you're going to stand at their back. And you're going to say absolutely what you need to say. And you're going to be who you're going to need to be for the betterment of all of you. Because you know that you're a stronger team together. And you know who those unions are. And those unions are going to show you, and I'm going to mirror to you, the perfection of who you are. Because the people didn't deserve to treat you the way they treated you, to make you feel as if you weren't there and you were invisible. You're not invisible. You're the most important person that was born on this planet. Get up. I want to see you shine, and I'm going to lift you every day. Because I want to see that in your eyes when you say, I took on so many other people's things. I'm the most lovable person. Look at how beautifully generous I am at heart. I'm such a generous person. I care. I care so much that I work so hard. I keep pushing myself to work harder. Because you want that love, you want that recognition. You had it from day one. You don't have to do that work. You shouldn't be extra grinding. You shouldn't be having 3 and 4 jobs. You shouldn't be having extra side hustles. You shouldn't be doing more and more and more to get what you need right from the scratch, right when you get up in the morning. You're already unconditionally loved. You don't have to do more. Do less. I guarantee you, do less and you're going to feel better. Because then you're not measuring up to anybody else's expectations. Start delegating. And start putting limits and boundaries on those that have been placing those agendas and those big wheelbarrows of their manure on you for you to carry. Send it back. Send back their no sense of self. Send back their no sense of understanding. Send back their no sense of love for themselves. Send back their no sense of compassion for themselves. Send it back, because you're going to keep carrying their karma and you're going to keep going through that density. You're going to keep going through that weight until you give it back to them. When you give it back to them, then they start going to karma and they start awakening. When you give them back their karma, when you give them back their beliefs, when you give them back all their woundings that they've done to you, when you give it back to them, their team says, good, now they're getting it. Because the angels can't do anything if you're still carrying their stuff and you're agreeing to carry it. No, I'm going to reclaim my power, just as my ex in the cult did, and all of the shadow government, and all of the testing, and all of the abuse that they did to me. I'm not taking any of your crap on. It's all on your backs now. You're taking all of your shit back. I didn't deserve to be discriminated. I didn't deserve to be defamed 8 billion times. I'm the same healer that I was when I was born. I'm the same teacher, I'm the same leader, I'm the same magnetic being of all of the universe, of all the multiverse. This is who I am. I have not changed. I'm only getting better and I'm only getting brighter. I didn't need your crap. But you hid me and you suppressed me by the hundreds. YouTube corruption, you're getting sued. Everybody in the shadow government, you're getting sued. We've given you timelines, we've given you timelines, we've given you timelines, we've given you mercy, we've given you the windows open, we've given everything. And I haven't received 1 penny from anybody. Not 1 penny. I don't want your apologies. You can put it in a letter if it's important for you to apologize to me. Put in a letter. I'm not going to talk with you. I'm not going to meet with you. I've told you 1 billion times. If I'm stalked every day and I'm attacked every day with voodoo and black magic at every full moon and every new moon because you still think you're going to destiny swap with me because you still want my power. You're never going to get my power. You couldn't have it. You couldn't even carry it. Why? Because you're not carrying you. And you're in low vibrational consciousness because you're choosing to stay in the closet because you're not facing who you are. You're not facing your body. You're not facing how you feel in your body. You're not facing who you are in your body. You're not facing your sexual energies. You're not facing anything. You're not facing your distortions. You're not facing anything. So sit there. Sit there in your mud. You created it. Sit there. And it's all back in your backs. It's all back on your energy. It's all back in your wheelbarrow. It's all back in your home. Sit in it until you choose to change it. That's called healing, and that's called facing what you've done. And it's going to keep going around until everybody gets it. The spiritual grids are active. The spiritual grids are going to slam it back because Divine Feminine is here. We're not sitting down. Divine Feminine is here. It's the only way to heal this planet. Divine Feminine is here, and we have our voice, and we have not been heard in 5,000 years. Sit down, people. It is time to take your lessons. And the lessons are of soul progression. How important is your soul? Yes or no? Do you care about eternal life? Yes or no? Do you care that your species is on the brink of taking a pass into Epstein Earth or going into eternal life? What do you care about? Your little gross little negative chat rooms where you're talking about everybody else and you're talking about how you're going to kill people and talk about how you're going to put people down and so just keep going to Epstein Earth. Stay off my channel. The timelines are the timelines. The earths are the earths. Everything is vibrational. You cannot fool creation. You cannot fool the Father. You cannot fool your lineage. You cannot fool spirit. You cannot fool 13th dimensional beings that know everything about everything before it's even known. You cannot fool anything about the higher spiritual courts. We see it before you do. We've already seen it. We've already called it. Guilty, guilty, guilty. There will be guilty verdicts across the board. There is so much evidence, and even if you try and destroy it, even if you try and make up false claims, even if you try and make up false paperwork, everything will be caught and everything will be seen and everything will be known. You cannot dump hundreds of claims on an innocent healer that did nothing but try and do her best to survive the human rights abuses for 50 years. God will have you so far down in hell you will never ever escape. How dare all of you? Again, zero intelligence, zero respect for life, zero respect for Divine Feminine. There's zero respect for anything. And I ask you, and that's your compass. That's your North Star? Where you're hiding and you're stealing and you're binding and you're forcing people to be in hell with you. You're forcing people to be unhappy. You're forcing people to be under your power. And that's your North Star. That's it? That's it? So you're gonna jeopardize your entire lineage to never ever come back in a body again, to never ever be a part of a creational rod. That's what you're gonna do so that you can have power over someone you're afraid of losing because you're so insecure, because you're not facing yourself again. Back to the same issue. Humanity needs to heal. Every issue we have in humanity right now is about a healing issue, and it's vibrational. These are truths. Now, as we get to the closure, the very closure of what has happened to me, I am a mirror and my story will be known all over the planet because there's millions more like me. There's millions more that were systematically abused. There's millions more that were shuffled out of their money. There's millions more that were put in erroneous projects of sacrificing, of incestuousness in families of Illuminati and families that thought they knew everything, but they don't. Of bigoted people that thought they knew more than everybody else, but they absolutely don't. They're afraid to change, they're afraid to evolve, and they hide behind what they hide behind because it's comfortable for them. And they don't want to get out of their comfort. Fine, stay there, but you're not going to touch anybody else. You're not going to make anybody feel guilty to come back into your little corner again. You're not going to make anybody feel less than. And you're not going to give silent treatments to people because you don't think that they're going to be worthy without you. Oh, yes, we will. Watch us. I've climbed up 3,000 times out of all of your hate and of all of your degradation, all of your go somewhere and die spells. And I'm going to keep getting up, and I'm going to keep bringing any human that wants to come through those 5D gates. And make no mistake, my name will ring through until the end of fucking time because I'm in these grids. I'm in all universes, I'm in all planets, and I'm in all galaxies, and you will know my name. And it's a song and it's a vibration. Because I bring truth, I bring truth. I will pierce your soul. I will bring truth. I sing truth. I sing oneness. I sing oneness. I sing truth. We will have plays and we will have movies about the upliftment of humanity, creativity, spirituality. Who are you? We will be the most dynamic, creative species ever. And every generation from here on out will be higher in creativity than has ever been seen before. The most vibrant dodecahedrons ever seen in the galaxies. And we will be known by our light. Teshenamaka ea te ama etik nanaka. Sitkama etik ea shetkinama atik e setk e u ayanaka. Who are you? Codes from the sun. Thoth. Takeshinama a. Who are you? Do you say your name with righteousness? Righteousness is earned, people. You don't just say you're righteous. You have to earn it. It's earned. It's earned in the belly. Why you say things from the belly? Because you've earned it. There's nothing there but earning it. You are it. It's a vibration. It's not messed up with anything else. There's no entanglement. There's no mess. You've dealt with the mess. You've cut the cords. You've said no more. I'm not responsible for you. I'm responsible for me, and I'm going to get on with being me, and I'm going to show other people how to do it. Lift me, Holy Creator. Lift me. I am the voice. False paperwork, fabrications, false claims. False, fake, false, fabricated, false. Those are illegal acts. Crime, consequences. You're all forgiven. You're all forgiven. You're all forgiven. I don't even know you. You're all forgiven. You will never have another timeline with me ever. I was your last stop to get it right and bunk out of your bondage. Your codependent bondage, bunk out of it and heal. Heal your wounds. Stop making other people around you go to hell with you. Heal your wounds, people. When you stand up and claim who you are in every day, you're going to want to feel everything because it feels so good to feel again. And you're feeling it for you. It's the soul of you that wants to feel. It's you and you only. Feel it. Don't let anybody tell you you've got to be better by doing this, and this, taking you out of the emotional body. No, stay in that emotional body. It helps ground you. It says, I'm on this planet. Watch me. You cannot feel yourself on the planet without being in the planet. That's a state of being. And how do you be? By feeling. You can't logicize your mind around being, a state of being. No, you got to feel it. I'm on the planet. My feet are rooted. I'm like the highest tree. My roots go deep. That's building relationship. I have a relationship with the roots. Your superficiality doesn't mean anything. That's why you cannot buy me. You cannot buy me. You never have. I'm a wild card, and that bothers you because you can't put me in your box, and you send all these stalkers and you send all these watchers. Take me off your watch list before you get more karma. I'm here to lift the planet and transmute the crap that has been done. Because I do 100 times more transmuting than anybody else, and I have to transmute what's been done. And then I have to bring classes and teach it in the most comparable way so that everybody, no matter where they're at, can understand it, so they can activate their own soul if they so choose. It's still free will. I'm not going to beg you to come along. I'm not going to force you. There ain't no strings here. I don't care. It's your soul. That's God's work. But you will not suppress me any further. I will be lifted until the highest of the high, and the Father only knows how high I can go, because I am thine daughter. And it doesn't matter if anybody believes, I don't give a crap. I am the Messiah. I've earned it. My vibration is Te ama te shit ea and I align people's souls with who they truly are. So while you walk around in your veils and your masks, you choose which one you want to be today. Do you want to be the real you, the soul infused you, the soul activated you, the soul aroused, where you can be who you want to be and feel what you want to feel because that's what you need in that moment? Stop apologizing for yourself. Stand up. The people that are breaking through the barriers, the people that are breaking through and making things and saying, no, we're going to do this differently now, and it's going to ruffle some feathers. So what? Sit there and be ruffled. I'm going to keep creating because that's what's needed. We need to see the children feel what they need to feel, and then we got to be there and hold space for them. So how are you going to do that when you can't feel what you feel? No, there's a whole generation of children need to be healed, and we're going to hold space for them. But we got to heal ourselves first. We got to be that role model. We say, no, I'm so sorry we held you back in such suppression. You should be learning things. You should be doing things. We're so sorry we touched your bodies. We're so sorry we did this to you. We're so sorry we held you back. We're so sorry we thought you were nothing. No, these children are going to be lifted. That's our parat from here on out. Our destinies are to lift the children. That's our destiny here, delighted ones. We are here to lift the children. We are here to protect life at all costs because you haven't been. You don't care, but you're going to care. And if you're not, you'll be shifted. The ones that'll be in front of me are the ones that care. Every day you get up and say, I care. Every day you get up, I care. I care about my body. I care about what I'm going to feel today. I care about being 100 with the source. I care about being 100 with the sun. I care about being 100 with the moon. I care about being 100 with the galaxy. On and off-world landings, on and off-world contact, on and off-world stations of contact and stations of learning and stations of higher intelligence. I care about my soul's progression. When are we going to start? Who's with me? Because when you get to planets like Mars, and there was a devastated colony, because they forgot how to be excited about who they are, because they were taking on so much of other people's stuff, and it just got lowly and lowly and lowly. Because you keep carrying other people's stuff. You keep carrying other people's beliefs. You're not connected with Source. Connect with Source. Feel what you got to feel. Source wants you to feel all those things. Source wants you to go through the gamut of the dodecahedron. You had to learn it. You had to learn what it felt like to be bound. I'm not bound to you. You born me out of your loins, and so that's it. That's it. That's the only commitment we have with each other. Thank you. Thank you for giving me life. I think I've given you enough back. I think I've done my best as a great son, as a great daughter, but there you go. I'm not obliged to you on any level. Your commitment with one each other is just contracts of bondage. So how far are you going to keep it going? And that goes the same with any of your ex-spouses. How much bondage is in these contracts, people? Look at them. Is it free will of give and take, or are you binding each other in any way? Release the bondage. You're here to be free and live as liberated as possible. Stop binding each other. And it's whether it's done through guilt or emotion or mental or any other type of holding. Release all holding of people, because that's not liberation. It's going to hold you back and it's going to hold them back. Liberate your people. Nobody from the past has any weight with me. But do you know what that means? Write out that sentence and study it. You have no weight with me. You have no weight. The cords were cut. God had to remove you because of the egregious, relentless, obsessive abuse. Even after the billions of warnings, you still kept abusing. You refused to let my energy go. God had to remove you. You have no weight with me. You're all forgiven. I don't need your confessions. Your confessions go to the authorities because all of you will be sued and charged for criminal intent. I want the monies that were stolen. You need to provide statements of where you got the money. You need to provide statements of what was taken. You need to provide the statements of what you've done. Because these court cases will go forward. And already, the courts have already told you that you're guilty. So the more evidence that you can provide will probably give you a lesser sentence. Because that just makes sense, doesn't it? You hiding and suppressing and doing more hiding and doing more devil work is not going to get you anywhere but more devil. Because it's only a quantum equation. It can only be that. Are you getting it, people? Are you getting it? Are you getting at who the employees of God are? I'm an employee of Source. I know all realms. I'm going to keep being the employee of Source, and I'm going to keep speaking the truth, and I'm going to keep bringing people karma because that's my job. My job is to be 100% truthful mirror so that when you face me, anything that is not in alignment of truth will show you, and you'll feel it in your body. Pay attention to how you feel, because then you can go within and say, oh, wow, what did I feel there? That felt really awesome. I felt proud. I felt honored. I felt excited. I felt happy to be in this person's energy. I'm so grateful to be here. I've done a lot of work. I'm so grateful to be. What can we do next? Get on board, people. For the first time, you're going to walk forward, and you're going to walk forward with your chest open and out. You're going to say, for the first time, I've got my energy back. No more church and state. I own my voice. I own my speech. I own who I am, and ground it. The grids want to know who you are. Who are you? I'm a great seer. I'm a great healer. I can see and I can heal and I can feel all that is source, all that is source. Shea take nama take shea taka. And your shamanism comes alive. And your leadership comes to life. And you remember who you are on an off-world, and you bring it all together as one, because that's what 5D is. All of your earthly lifetimes and your celestial lifetimes coming together all as one. Unconditional, all as one. And you can forgive, and you can forgive, and let people be on their paths. They don't have the same pacing as you or temperament. Just forgive and let go and be you. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Be a part of the ride and claim your voice. Nobody has power over you. Lighten up, lighten up. We are one, we are one. Holy source, holy source. Shelana maitike anaya iha. Sheyanaya. Satke ea take sheyanaka. Tai kenanaka. Te shenamakataka. Shelana makata ke senanaka dainaka. Usyanamaka ke amamaka. Te e take shenamaka. Tai alanama e take utike shena. E shinamaka, e te ulainanaka e te ke shinanaka. Take a deep breath. Straighten the spine. Visualize crystalline light. Crystalline light, crystalline light, crystalline light. And all of you that have been practicing your healing, we want you to put your feet on the floor and sing or chant or do your light language, speak out loud. You want your fields and you want creation to be ignited by your voice, because you are the commandmentship of your reality, and your voice ignites, your voice ignites. It's time for me to claim me. I claim me, I claim me, I claim me, I claim me. I reclaim my power, I reclaim my voice, I reclaim my power, I reclaim my voice. Eshena ekeya, ekeya, nekeya. Ashena ekeya, ekeya, ekeya. Now those that are going to focus on, we're doing an activation of the heart and the throat chakra. Those of you that are going to feel, and you're going to choose to move more into your soul-infused self, the whole aspect of you, the Holy Source Creator. Your chakras hold much information, great wisdoms, codes, light language, songs, creativity. Your throat chakra holds so much information and grace of who you truly are. The voice is how you express who you are as the soul. It's very important, dear lighted ones. And those of you that are teachers and magnetic speakers and influencers, you're going to realize your voice is going to come to life in new ways. Just by speaking a word, you speak source and it's magnetic. Wow, there's something in that. Because you're speaking as a whole of you source. Your soul's bigger, your aura's bigger, your energy's bigger, and people just want to know what you got. Because this is energy, dear lighted ones, and it turns on just like that. You don't have to open and suss it. No, this is me. I turn on, it's me, it's me, it's me. That's how you know who you are. Because it feels good being like this. I magnetize light, source light. This is what it feels like to be aligned. And your voice needs to go through its changes. And the only way for it to go through its changes is by starting to speak now, today. Make the small changes today. I feel this today. I feel my fields lighting up today. I feel in union with my multidimensional bodies today, right now. Source is with me right now. Source is always in my breath. My voice is magnetic to my soul's needs, nourishment, and love. As I speak, it comes to me. I attract love, because you love your voice. You love hearing your voice. You love being source creator, expressing, source. There's nobody like you, nobody like you. Expression is everything. And your voice will start to clear. And you might have a sore throat a few days, and you might have swollen glands, and you might be going through some changes in your throat because we're going to intend it now. When you choose to clear your throat chakra, it will come forward with heartfelt wounds that need to be cleared because you're going to speak for the first time for your body. And when you speak on behalf of your body, when you speak on behalf of the inner child, when you speak on behalf of the soul and the muscles and the bones and the cells that you want in eternal life, you're going to say, no, there was a whole bunch of light that was taken from me, and I'm going to reclaim it back. In this wound, in that wound, in that, and that. And however it was taken from me, I'm going to reclaim it. And it is my voice that reclaims it. It is my intention, my direction of my focus of energy, my direction of who I am as energy. I am a directed source being, and I'm going to reclaim it back because it was always mine. It should have never been taken from me. I was just being a good person by allowing you to think that you had power over me and control over me to make me be something that you wanted. But that's not who I am. I'm a very vibrant being, and my voice will speak. Because when you do that, and you reclaim that voice, and you reclaim that power, and you reclaim that experience, when you were told that you were this and you were told no, that was just a projection from somebody that was wounded. Don't take that on, send it back. And you send that energy back by saying, I'm going to acknowledge the pain and the wound. I'm going to accept it as a part of my story, and I'm going to gently and benevolently return your energy. And it's going to go back in your field now, because now you have to look and face why you chose to treat me the way you did, because they're your wounds. I'm not going to carry them anymore, because my voice needs to be heard. Hey, hey. My voice will activate children of generations of light. Starseed light, starseed light. We're activating 11 light years right here, dear lighted ones. 11 light years right here today in my tones. What does that mean? Because your body and your soul wants it. You're a starseed. You're a starseed coming to life. And life has been so boring here for you. So you thought you had to run circles around everybody to feel good about who you are, and to feel accomplished, and to feel this and feel that. That's not who you really are, dear lighted ones. They're great accomplishments, yes they are. You're very talented, yes you are. But you're starseed now, claim it, claim it. Well, your mind is multidimensional. It works in many different ways. And it wants to expand, and it wants to grow in its multidimensionality capacity, expand in conceptual thinking, and do tones and sounds and harmonics, and work with sounds and intonations, dictions, intonations. And you start to come alive as the source that you are. Because there's so much energy wanting to work through you. Because you're saying, no, this is who I am now. I'm not going to apologize and be small anymore. No, I'm a profound being, and I've been suppressed for 50 years because people didn't want me to wake up this planet and bring the grids to a new place. Well, guess what? I was never asleep. I was just sad. Because it made me feel sad that all of you chose to stay sad and not choose to be with Source. Source is heard in all things. Source is felt in all things. All you have to do is seek it. Can you? Will you? And will you bring on harmonization? Will you be engaging? Will you be transforming? Will you speak it? Will you speak it? If you have a boundary, will you speak it? If other people have points of view, will you speak it? It's nice you feel that way, but I'm not you. I'm going my way. I'm going my way. Thank you for your attitudes, but they're not mine. They're all yours. I'm going, I'm going. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be me. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be me. There ain't no amount of money that can buy you, because God's got the most precious, pristine, treasured piece of you. And it's a dodecahedron, and it's always learning and glowing and churning and glowing and trying to figure things out sometimes, and just letting go and just allowing and just being and just accepting and just allowing yourself to feel how you gotta fucking feel. Because it wasn't right for people to treat you the way they treated you, and to think that you had to carry it all. You don't. Give it back. Let go of your bondage, dear lighted ones. What are you hanging on to? That's not you anymore. You want to be with those that are going to lift you unconditionally, not because you're going to give them stuff, but because they just want to be in your soul. They want to watch you grow, and they want to watch you shine. They want to watch you be who you can be. Because you carry influence and you carry impact, and then what? Is it truthful? Is it straight? Is it aligned? Is it fun? Is it joyful? Did you impact somebody today? Did you help somebody today? Did you give back? Did you truly give back where it felt from the belly of your belly? From the belly of your belly, it's who you are, that I am presence, I am. And when you say, I send a prayer for you, the code's going into the soul, into the spine. There's light, light, light. And I wake you up. Yes, I'm alive. Thank you for that breath. And breathe in, source. And your body becomes alive again because you forgot that source is all things. Omnipresent, omnipotent, dear lighted ones. What does potent mean? You can be grounded and potent. Oh boy, I love the soils. Look at how Gaia feels underneath my feet. My feet are alive, my feet are alive. I didn't need what I thought I needed. God's got me. Even if I spend 40 days just by myself, 40 days just me and God, just me and Gaia. What? What next? What next, people? What next? I'm grounded. I feel pretty good. I've taught myself I don't need nobody. I can be myself. I got my spirit guides. I've got the water from the earth. I got the water from the oceans. I got the water from the rivers. I got the water from the plants. I got this. Don't worry. I got myself. Ain't nobody come to check on me in the middle of the night when it was -3. Nobody come and check on me, except some of the stalkers that are trying to figure out the best time to get me. And so the federations and my angels and Mother, Father, God say, ain't nobody going to touch you. We got them. Don't you worry. They can make any one of your tires go flat just in a little breath. Any one of your cars coming at me, they can go flat, flat, flat. And they can break down all your technology. And they can make you go empty in your gas. And they can make all your dials in your car go backwards. Because I will not be touched. You think you're getting close to me. You ain't getting close to anything. But just more karma. And I'm going to speak it, and I'm going to keep speaking it, because I'm calling you out. You don't intimidate me. And that's standing in your spiritual truth, because some people keep trying to cross your boundaries like the shadow governments and the shadow agendas that think they're going to keep bullying you and going to keep paying money to take you out. And you think God's going to allow that? After 3,000 attempts, do you think God, after 3,000 attempts, do you think God is going to allow that? Do you? And then you ask, what is the intelligence of your 3,001st choice and your 3,002nd and 10th and 20th? What does that say about you? Are you getting it? Because it's never going to go back to the way it was. It cannot and it will not. We will not go into entropy on this planet. We are going to move into evolution. And some people will not go for the ride because they want to go their own way, and that's fine. They are not judged by God. If you don't believe in God, you're not judged by God. That was your belief. That's what God gave you, unconditionality. And then you speak for it. But be okay that other people don't want to go your way. People don't want to read the Bible verses just to feel like they're worthy. No, I'm already worthy. I haven't carried a Bible with me ever. And I'm worthy. God brought me here because all of humanity needs to see there can be a Messiah from higher vibrational wisdoms. Aren't we ready for it? Aren't we ready to evolve beyond something that was 5,000 years old and regurgitated 8 billion times? We are meant to write new liturgies, dear lighted ones, and they are light liturgies. We're not meant to stay stuck in the same patterns and routines. That's not who we are. We must activate our souls at higher vibrational oscillation. Yes, it's a powerful book, and yes, it still works. But the only constant is change, and we will, and we are. In of as spirit. Our liturgies of the light, cosmic, universal oneness, because we are moving into 5D, infinite, eternal life. And we're going to go right up to the 13th dimension. We ain't staying stuck in 3,000-year-old text. Let them be. Let them have their rest. And nobody's going to come and save you. It's you. Redeem you. Start reclaiming your power from Jesus that you keep dumping on him and saying, Jesus is going to come back and get me. Jesus is going to come back. No, stop dumping it on Jesus. Stop dumping it on Jesus. Reclaim it, people. That's what Jesus meant. You are me. What are you doing? You are me. Carry it. Transmute it. We're showing you how to transmute. Jesus would never say, yeah, just dump it on my back. Here we go. Yeah, you can just let me, don't worry. We got 8 billion people. Don't worry, I'll come back and I'll get you all. Hop on my back. We'll get you all. No, you're going to stand up and we're going to show you how to alchemize. We're going to stand up and say, no, that's not a real belief. Do I really want that belief of bondage? Do I really want that belief of dumping all my stuff on somebody else? Do I really want that belief of making my belief so little and small? No. You're going to breathe in source and you're going to ground and say, I'm a multidimensional being of the cosmos. I'm a multidimensional being of eternal life. I can manifest anything I want because light changes my body. Light changes my brain. Light changes everything. Light changes all things. And I can change all things. I can change my beliefs. I can change my body. I can change anything. I don't have to be held back in bondage by a book or hide behind it or hide inside of it or under it. Boxed or beliefs, dear lighted ones, how long are you going to let it control you? Because that's what it is. Humanity needs to be healed. By reclaiming your voice, by understanding who you are every day, feel what you got to feel. And first off, it comes with speaking it. And when you're doing your pathwork in the morning and you're reclaiming your soul fragments, say it out loud. I'm going to reclaim all my soul fragments. Come into me right now. Any soul fragment that's ready to be healed, I want you to come back to me. I want you to bring back my light. All of my light and all of my words and all of my energy return to me now. Say it again. All of my light and all of my energy and all my soul fragments return to me now. And see the energies going back into the vessel of who you are. Recall those energies that you gave away. Recall those energies of worry. Recall those energies of control. Recall those fragments of energies that were hurt by other people, saying that you were not enough. You are enough and you are lovable. You were lovable when you came out and you're lovable when you're going to go. Who are you right now? Say it out loud. I'm lovable. And ain't nobody outside of me shows me that but me. I'm lovable. I'm lovable without anybody even telling me I'm lovable. God loves me. Why? Because I'm here. I'm in a class that I don't have to pay for, and I'm being shown how to love multidimensionally. I'm lovable. I'm going to love my chakras. I'm going to love my fields. I'm going to love my body. I'm going to love my DNA. I'm going to love things that I don't even know I can love because I'm so multidimensional. I'm just getting to know it, and boy, it feels good to say it out loud. I'm multidimensional. I'm a part of the Holy Christ consciousness. I'm a part of knowing that I'm Metatronic light and I can heal anything at any time. I am eternal life. I'm going to reclaim everything I gave my power to. I'm going to reclaim it right now and I'm going to choose differently. Why? Because I can make a new universe right now. I can make a new universe right now. I can make a new universe right now. I can make a new body right now. That's the power that God gave you. So reclaim it, dear lighted ones. And we want to say it out loud. And see your lapis blue chakra that's spinning in your throat chakra. And you want to say it, and you can say it with a chant, you can sing it, you can do whatever you need to do. And if you just need to break down and cry because of all the times that you didn't say what you thought you needed to say, and say, no, we're not going to do that anymore. This is how I feel. And you're going to sing it at the top of your lungs. You're going to say, this is how I fucking feel. Because it feels so good to feel again. That's when you're connected. You're connecting the throat of you, the all of you, the heaven of you, in with the rest of your body. That's holism. You're bringing wholeness to you again. You're not fragmented anymore. So you're going to call in that soul fragment of that little boy or that little girl that was told their voice wasn't worthy and they weren't worthy of love until they did this, this, and this. And that's called reward for love. And that's a toxic way to be brought up. But you know what? That's your parents did the best they could. So now you're going to say, I'm going to give those beliefs back because I don't need to do anything or be anything. I don't need to gain anything. I don't need to earn anything. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to do any action to be lovable. And say that. I don't need to be, do, have, or earn anything to be lovable. I just am. I am lovable. And say it out loud. My body and my fields and my chakras, all that I am is lovable. I was lovable when I was born. And I'm lovable now, and I'm claiming it. And you want to bring that soul fragment in of that little boy and say, I got your back now. And anytime that little boy feels like it's being pressured or feel like it's being thwarted and it feels like it's being manipulated, anytime that little boy feels like it's on its edge and saying its way, no, you got to come back with us now. You're going to say, no, I'm standing up for that little boy. I'm still loved before and after you. As I said, I'm godly before you and I'm godly after you. And you're not going to take my energy or my voice or my power or my energy. No, I'm full before you and I'm full after you. I'm whole before you. I'm whole after you. Do you get it? Ain't nobody going to take you down anymore. Let them heal what they got to heal and you send it back to them. Then they can start their karma with their angels and their angels going to start working with them, breaking down their ego. And they'll go through the ego deaths just like you did. This is how ascension works, delighted ones. People can't get their karma until you give it back to them. So you say, here, take your energies back, take your wounding back. I'm not going to carry this anymore. This no sense of self and this worthiness is an issue for me, and I'm going to reclaim it today. Say it out loud, through the heavens and through the Holy Mother and Father, and through all of the healing teams available through the higher selves, and through all of Archangel Michael and the healing angels. Any of those in the collective now and future now moments, can we do a healing on the throat chakras and the heart chakras of those involved, of all those that with pure intention, pure love, and pure will of who they are? Can they reclaim all of those soul fragments within the voice chakra to reclaim who they are as a whole being, to reclaim who they are as a divine being, to reclaim who they are as a loving being, and move forward in the voice of who they are? Yes, and you will be supported in the purity of your intent. So say it out loud, dear lighted ones. In this moment of right now, heart, mind, body, spirit, and soul, I reclaim all aspects of soul fragments that have to do with not speaking my truth in my voice. My spiritual voice is whole. My human voice is whole. My cosmic voice is whole. I am one with the Holy Mother and Father. I am one with my spirit and my soul, and I will speak truth. I will speak truth. I will speak truth. I will speak truth. It clarifies who I am as a soul. It clarifies who I am as a soul. I will speak truth, and I will stand up for my spiritual body and my inner child. And take a deep breath. All the way to the sun, all the way to the sun, all the way to the heavens, all the way to the heavens, and ground to the new earth grid. Say ground, I'm grounding to the new spiritual grids. I'm grounding to the spiritual grids, my throat chakra healing. I'm grounding to the spiritual grids, my throat chakra healing. And less and less and less you will come up with these issues of your everyday ascension cycle of when you're healing these throat chakra issues. You're grounding these new truths to the grids. This is how healing goes. You're now stating a higher entrainment. I will speak out on behalf of my spiritual body. I will speak out on behalf of my light body. I will speak out on behalf of my physical body. Thought, word, and deed. And so now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it at the heart chakra. Because of your worthiness. And so everybody take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Feel yourself ground and sing it out loud. We want you to be happy and sing it out loud. I'm so happy I know how to care for myself. I'm learning how to look after myself. I'm learning how to give people's energies back. And their beliefs and their forms are not me. I want to be me, just me. I get to be me. I get to be me. I get to say how I feel and speak it out loud. And it's gonna ruffle some feathers, but oh well. I gotta be me, I gotta be me. I gotta be me, I'm tired of being everyone else's dumping ground. You don't have to carry it all, dear lighted ones. Your heart is magnificent. Let your heart be free. See your beautiful heart in the transparent and the transcendental energies of these beautiful different shades of green. Crystalline, and it's transparent. You can see through it, just different shades of green. Beautiful shades of green. Lovely green of Gaia. I love everything. I love the grid. Say it out loud. Speak it out loud. I love my voice. I love my heavens. I love the heavens that are building within me. I love my new sense of self. I love my voice. I love my voice bringing clarity and bringing unity and bringing calm and peace to my life. I love that my voice states who I am in any moment I choose to feel something. Because I can choose to move through with my emotions when I'm healing and when I'm purging and when I'm letting go. When I'm saying, hey, I need extra time to think that over. Back off. Get your own sandwich. And state your boundaries with clarity. State your boundaries with truth of who you've been and where you're going. And it's okay, you don't have to know all the answers. You're not meant to. But in your heart space right now, it will tell you how you feel. I feel so excited that I've got a new life coming to me because God's so gracious and God's so good and God's so unconditional. And all I want to do is I want to help people. I want to help humanity. I want to help humanity get to the simplicity of all things. All you got to do is heal, people. Everything you ever want to experience, you got to heal. So you got to let it go and send back what needs to be sent back so that they can get their karma and they can go through their ego death. And then you focus on you. But they can't get it until you acknowledge what the wound is. That you allowed them to have power and control over your energy. You allowed to have them power and control over your happiness. You allowed others power and control over your space and over your direction and over your choices. Because inside your heart, you know what you feel. And it ain't nobody's ride but yours. It's your life. Allow your heart to feel what it needs to feel. And it's going to feel deep and wide. And you're going to have those people next to you that are going to say, I love your heart deep and wide. I saw it from the very beginning. I want to know every complex part of you. I want to know the layering of you that's so rich and deep. It's like me too. And they're going to be with you just because you're layered. They want to be with you just because you're complex. They want to be with you because you don't comply to others' whims. They want to be with you because you're such a great soul and you've had many timelines together and nothing on the outside matters, but just your hearts connecting and making see what you can do this lifetime. What can we do this life and how can we make each other grow at a heart space? Because I'm going to love you so deeply, you're never going to have anybody that's going to love you more than me. And you're going to show in the good times and the bad, and when you're salty and when you're mean and when you're nasty, because you just got to let it go and you got to go through that ego death and you got to recall that inner child back again and say, no, we're not going to be this way anymore because people were teaching us wrong things, and we're going to reclaim our light. I am precious, and I'm going to speak it. I was a precious kid, and I wasted a lot of time. Not no more. I'm going to only do what feeds my soul. I'm going to only do how I'm fed. I'm going to only bring people in my life that feed my soul and lift me. Because these are new grids now, dear lighted ones, and you got to align to the 5D grids. And the 5D grids is unity consciousness, where you affect all and all affect you. So how are you affecting people? Are you fragmented? Are you telling lies? Are you hiding? Are you losing out? Are you telling other people this and that? Are you telling people mistruths? Are you misguiding people? Are you telling people you're from the cloth, but then you turn around and you go and touch on children? What are you telling people and where you're lining? Because it's going to be seen. You can't play both sides, and we keep telling you that. And now it's coming seen, true and true. And it doesn't matter how big and how great you think you are and your little Satanism, your little dark occult magic. It doesn't matter how great you think you are, because you're not. Because you will not affect that which is light. And we keep telling you, you're going to get it back, you're going to get it back, you're going to get it back. And then what? How about you just stop doing the dark stuff? And how about you grow up and get healed? Or you can keep being bullies and you're going to keep moving off to Epstein Earth. And then we say to you once again, and then what? Is entropy really where you want to go? You have to ask yourself that in every decision. Is this going in a karmic pattern of entropy, or is this making me grow? Am I going to into eternal life? Is this eternal evolution? Am I going to evolve thought, word, and deed? Am I going to evolve spirit, mind, body, and soul? Am I going to evolve within the heart of who I am? Am I going to evolve in my soul's progression? Am I going to learn things and be loved in the way that I want to be loved? Am I going to touch on things and be on things that I choose to be with? Doesn't matter what other people think, doesn't matter what I've done before and in the past, because God's got a plan for me that's bigger than I ever thought. And you're here for big reasons, dear lighted ones. Each and every one of you have impact. Just being here, you have impact. Just being you, you have impact. And that one that's meant to love you and the one that you're meant to love, you have impact with each other. And just let it go and be. Just be. Because you don't have to prove anything to them. They've already loved you. And yes, sometimes you just have to get yourself there. But you're going to find out that they've always loved you. And it's important for us to go through our growth phases because we have to build into and grow into our voices of spiritual capacity. Because your voice has never been used in the right way. Your voice has been used in low 3D superficial ways. So now we're going to say a mantra through our heart chakras, dear lighted ones. And when it comes to love, it is the most important experience that you can ever feel. So allow yourself to feel love as often as possible. And don't allow anybody to talk down to you when you are feeling love. You say, no, blasphemy. How dare you? I'm going to feel love and I'm going to feel love. I'm going to dance and I'm going to sing about it. I'm going to write about it. I'm going to create on it. And those people that have such deep and wide hearts, my goodness gracious, you are some of the people that are meant to be on this planet. You are like mavericks that lift up the sun and lift up Jupiter all at once, just within a breath. That's how powerful you are. Don't ever let anybody tell you to stop talking about love. You're the transformers. You talk about love and you write about love and you sing music about love, because that person that's going to stand next to you that has been looking for you just like you were looking for them, and you were the void in their space and they were the void in yours. And you never thought, why does something always feels like it's missing? Because you're two parts of the same half. You're two parts of the same whole. And you're going to come together one day and you're going to say, I just love the way you love. I love your poetry. I love your depth. I love your richness. I love your layers. I love your complexity. I'm going to love just like you. I've got 3 or 4 letters. I got 3 or 4 poems. I got 3 or 4 songs. And each of you are coming to the table with everything you've done for each other, because you're meant to be in love and grace. Don't ever let anybody tell you to turn it down. I'm saying no. I'm going to turn it up. I got so many ways that I can love. I'm going to spin your heads. And then what? Because I'm meant to be here, and I'm going to activate every starseed chart on this planet. And then what? Because I can love infinite number of ways. And then what? I've got so many songs inside of me, it's not even funny. And they're starseed songs. They're coded songs. They are songs of the heavens and the many heavens of the universes. Because when something comes through my voice, I sing multiversal codes. Make no mistake, they will follow. And the energies will transmute it just like that. Because that's love. Because when you love who you are, you're aligned. I love who I am. Sing it loud, sing it loud. And you feel the vibration in your chest and your voice. When you are aligned with your spiritual voice, it has a hum and it has a shake to it. So feel it as you say this, as you sing it, as you chant it. I love myself, I love myself. Feel your hands on your chest and feel the vibration of that harmonic. I am that I am, I am that I am. Did you see the change in frequency now, dear lighted ones? That's the difference between somebody that's harmonized and somebody that is not. Somebody that's connected and somebody that's not. Somebody that's in relations with Source and somebody that's not. Do you see what we're saying, dear lighted ones? And why people say, why do you act the way you do? Because I'm aligned with Source, I'm aligned with Source. And Source just wants to live through you, live through you, live through you. Doesn't it feel good to be alive again? Doesn't it feel good to express yourself how you want to express yourself? And when you say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. You don't have to be anybody but you. Just be you, just be you. Just be you, just be you. You were perfect before you met. You're perfect now. And you're going to assist each other on your paths, because you're here in unity consciousness for all 5D Earth. And when you look at each other and you see each other on each other's paths, bow and say, the God in me knows the God in you. Thank you for your expression of holiness, of greatness, of expressiveness. I hope we have many other expressions together of exploration and experience of Source Creator. We're infinite beings of light, you know. I want to see you in all your facets. I want to see you in all your shapes and sizes. And what comes packaged on the outer 3D experience that you grew into based on what you were taught and told, that's just a morsel of who you are, dear lighted ones. It's not the whole package. Can we get to know the other parts of you? What do you think and what do you feel? Who are you? Do you like to dance? Do you like to sing? What do you think Source is? Who do you think God is? Where do you think God is? Who are you? I'm a loving being. I love me. I love me. I love me. And as you say, I love me, visualize the mother and the father in the gold string of light and the silver string of light that run up along your spine is the Kundalini we did the other day. And see this light and see these cords run up and down your spine as you're singing, I love me. And have these cords wrap around your heart chakra in loving grace and loving hugs. And the mother and father are meeting you in your heart chakra. And you're bringing your Kundalini light and you're bringing all your chakra light and you're bringing it into your heart space. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Call in all that you are to self-love, all that you are, the inner child, the ancient child, the elder, the mother, the father, the grandfathers, all that you are. You're going to call in love. I love myself, I love myself. I love myself, I love myself. I speak truth, I speak truth. I am light, I am light. I am love, I am love. I am love, I am love. Pay attention to how you feel. Do you feel the vibrating of your sound of your throat chakra? Your throat chakra is vibrating against all your inner parts of your body, inner parts of your fields. Feel the vibration. That's godly. You're sending out frequencies of love and joy just by being you and just by practicing being eclectic, by practicing being you in a new way. And it's sending out little sparks of light through the cosmos I see right now. And Source is saying, look at these children waking up today. Look at them. They're aligning, they're speaking their truth, they've got light coming through their body and their vessel, they're clarifying themselves. And when you are clear, you are what? You are crystal clear. You're not wafting and waving anymore. No, this is what I feel now. And I'm going to make a business on this now. And I'm going to make it do this and this now. And I'm going to do this and this now. Why? Because you're more clear about who you are. You're aligned. And God's got lots of ideas for you. And you just keep speaking what you're thinking and feeling. And not everything has to be said and not everything has to be known. So, do your little gauging and ask your teams, Source, is this what I say right now? Is this okay for me to say right now? What's my protocol with me? What's my protocol with my higher self? And work it out and suss it out. But never, ever stop and never, ever decrease when you speak love. Be love, dear lighted ones. Be the vessel, be the only one that day that speaks about love in the way that you speak it. And I guarantee you, everybody will leave your space and say, wow, nobody's talked about love today. I wonder why. We haven't heard about love until this person right here. Well, let's talk about love. What do you think about love? Isn't it magnificent? It can be soft and alluring. It can be gentle and silent. It can be expansive and knowing. It can be curious and unknown. It can be slippery and slidey. It can be dark. It can be light. It can be all things. Because to know one is to know all, isn't it? You cannot have a coin with just one side. There must be two. There is the yin and the yang and the dark and the light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the sun and the moon. And all things are light. Holy light, holy light. And now you meet Mother and Father at the divine center of your chest. And we say a prayer of gratitude. And a prayer of gratitude to the higher self and all the beings and all the angels and all the healing angels that work with you. And you can do this every night and every morning to realign yourself and to remember that you have a spiritual voice that drives your reality. Your voice speaks life into your reality. Your soul speaks life through your voice chakra over your body and its health. So live with intention. Live with speaking life. Live with speaking light. Live in light, dear lighted ones. Eternal, creating through thine voice. Thank you, Holy Spirit. 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 And you just feel such gratitude, and your heart grows in the gratitude. Because when you feel gratitude, you're opening the heart space. You're opening that portal within your heart to say, I'm so grateful that I get to feel grateful. I'm grateful that I got to know this again. I'm grateful I got to learn this again. I'm grateful I get remembrance about who I am in my multidimensionality. I'm grateful I get to remember my voice. I'm grateful I get to be clear on who I am. I'm grateful I get to choose to be clear every day. When before I didn't know that I got to be clear every day and I get to choose it. Boy, that's wonderful, isn't it? I get to choose clarity. I get to choose clarity over fogginess. I get to choose clarity over black magic mental fog. I get to choose clarity over lies and deceit and manipulation. And this is why you're going to find better business partners. This is why you're going to find better business deals. This is why you're going to find better things for you to do. That's going to have a triad of impact and influence to the good, to the grids, to the Gaia, and to your collective. Because it's all going to be heavenly driven, because now you're clarified. There's nothing mushing up your mental capacity to send and receive information now. Your clairs are going to be brighter. You're going to feel more in life. And then you've got to take more time to rest because you're feeling more. And you're not going to have to control anything. You're not going to have as much downtime for you to figure things out and source things out. No, because you're going to allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. You don't have to keep recalibrating yourself all the time. This is the beautiful thing about the emotional body. Allow your emotional body to be natural order. Follow it. Listen to it. Intuitive it. And feel what you have to feel. And tell people around you, this is what I'm feeling right now. How about you? I feel really great. I feel that too. Isn't it great when you come into a line with somebody that loves you? Because you necessarily don't have to say anything. They just get you. And they want to go deeper with you. And have those expansive stories and funny jokes and laughing time where you're just rolling around giggling. Because you're kids again. And you get to be that with each other. And remind each other, it's not such a serious ride, dear lighted ones. We just have fun. Can't we just love each other again? Can't we start over? Can't we have gardens that are just great seeds? and we nourish them with love and patience, and we weed what needs to be weed, and we work on what needs to be worked on, but we don't have to book our schedule so that there's no time for love and life. What is the point of having a life when you're so fully booked you don't get to live it? So bring more balance to your day, dear lighter ones. It's law number 2. It's very important because your body, your heart, your mind, and your soul is going to know when you're out of balance. And you don't want everybody around you paying for that imbalance. You want to bring things back into balance, start delegating more. I get to delegate this because I'm not really being nourished. Why would I keep doing something I'm not being nourished in? No, I'm going to do this now and start transitioning businesses in new ways, feelings in new ways, your private time in new ways, your family in new ways. And you're going to say, hey, I'm doing this ride. Do you want to come along with me? Everybody has free will and everybody has different pacing and temperament. So let them move about in their guide's direction. You're not meant to take anybody with you. It's between you and your guides only. And those that are meant to be with you, God will make sure that they're in front of you. That's God's job, is to bring you your ordained partners. They're never going to leave you. They're ordained. And that ordainment means you're going to have to go through some things up and down so that you're both going to match each other in the best and highest ways. There's no real loss or there's no real evidence to say they do have free will. Of course they have free will. They have free will to say, I'm going to do this now, I'm going to do that now. And there's been many people who move out of contracts. That doesn't stop them from loving you, and it doesn't stop from you loving them. You're still heavenly beings, heavenly ordained partners that are going to wish good for each other. Even all of those, the 250 that had done so much harm to me. In the highest spiritual realms, I'm still helping you at night healing. When we go to sleep at night, I help you heal. In the higher spiritual ethereal realms, I'm helping you heal. I'm teaching you in the higher ethereal realms. There's no hard feelings in spirit. There isn't. In physical reality, you've chosen to take on beliefs that are just not true. And it's taking you for a hell of a ride. So now you have to face it. Face it with bravery, face it with courage, and speak your truth. And if those come around you that you feel very nervous and clamped down by, then you know that those people are not working with your energy. If you feel your lower tummy clench and start to retract itself, your body is telling you that you're not feeling comfortable around the energies that are there. So move away from them. Say, you need to go away, please. This is my space. Your body is telling you how you feel around people because that's what the energy they're offering. And so trust it. And do not bow to them, and do not give in to them, and do not give in to their ways, and do not give in to their guilt and their shame and their silent treatments. And their, oh, you better worry about this, and oh, don't worry about that, and oh, be careful this, and oh, be careful that. No, the be careful thing is just another way to control you. They think they say the nice things, and they think they want you on their side, but anytime somebody says, oh, be careful, remember when, they want you to stay under a 3D thumb. Because they think that you don't know any better to live your life to say, well, maybe I want to break a few things. Maybe I want to break a few patterns. Maybe I want to be more expressive. Maybe I want to be the sacred child. Maybe I want to be this right now. And who are you? Why don't you work on you instead of telling me to be careful? Because I really don't want to be careful right now. Right now, I want to be a bit rebellious because you got to feel the dark side. You got to work it out. You got to feel what you got to feel. And I'm going to feel what I'm going to feel. And I'm going to talk about it too. As I said, Spirit this morning. So everybody shake it out. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I said to Spirit this morning, I said, you know, Spirit, I'm not going to stop saying what I need to say until I get what I need to get. And Spirit said, we know. You know, I said, it's not okay. It's not okay that my life is the way it is. It's not. It puts so much stress and so much pressure on my life. It puts so much unnecessary pain. It puts so much unnecessary, all of the work that I have to do to catch up to, you know, fixing everything on what was done. And this was supposed to be fixed a long time ago. People should have come through a long time ago and given me my money, given me my birth records. I have the right to know who I am and what days I was born. I have the right to know who my father is. Nobody has a right to say on this. Nobody has a right on any part of my life. There is no legal jurisdiction on any level. Nobody has any legal jurisdiction on my life at all. Never did, never will. My IQ is in the high 180s. You don't know more than me. You never will. You're not going to keep testing on me. You're not going to treat me like a little lab rat. You're not going to treat me like a stray dog and throw me to the side of the street and then send your satanic skinheads after me to try and take me in the back of their trucks. These are real stories. It happens every day to my life, and I'm tired of it. I don't deserve this treatment, and I never did. And whoever these people are at the top, you're coming down, 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 down. And every one of your business deals, and every one of your lives, and every one of your homes, and everything will be affected until I get what I'm owed. And I'm not going to stop talking about it every day until I'm repaid and I have absolute 100% retribution, because this should have never happened. A healer of my caliber, a healer of my coding, a celestial of my coding, an innocent person of my beingness that has never done anything to anybody. And my record is still unblemished. There is no way that decades of abuse should have gone on, and nobody did anything about it. Banks, legal, insurance, everybody in the society, everybody was affected. And nobody did anything, and it makes no sense on any level. So we're going to spend the last few minutes, dear lighted ones. My PayPal for donations, please. There's only 2 ways to contact me. I'm up for collaborations. I'm up to work with those that are so desiring to the purity of heart. If it is nefarious in any ways, you will not work with me ever. My guides and my teams will move you away. It's the same goes if you send me anything that is nefarious. They will send it away. It won't even get to me. You can send documents, paperwork, confessions, cards, money through the bank address. That's what you can do. If you want to make things right and you want to change things, and you want to move your alchemy, you want to move the energy, these are things you can do, because just talking about it and doing nothing about it is not the same thing. If you wanted to make it right, you would have. Otherwise, your karma still stays karma, because that's the only quantum equation when you don't do anything. There has to be action to fix your karma. You have to feel what you have to feel, you have to make it right, and you have to do something. PayPal donations, and then put your comment in the comment box if it's a collaboration, if it's a session for healing activation, or if it's for alignment, a career vocation for 5D grids. Okay, you put that in the comment field in the message box, and then you send me a donation. I don't do pop-ups, obviously, because there's enough people in my energy field for me to watch right now with all their trucks and their little fake body boxes and all their little fake stuff, whatever they're doing. There's already people in my energy that keep visiting me every night, and you don't have permission, you weren't allowed. Shadow governments and everybody in the federal ops. All of these people that are sending these people, these are Luciferian, these are satanic people, because I can tell. They're with the satanic cults. They're with the satanic energies. They're with the satanic bodies. You all have false beliefs. You all are going to get your karma times 10. Any finger that is lifted towards me, you are affecting your lineages and your species right up until the end of time. So absolutely know and believe what you're going to do before you do it, because you will not be allowed to hurt me. God will be sure that each and every one of you and all of your lineages and every aspect of your life will be touched in the most darkest of ways, because I am that important. No more stalking, no more spying, no more chemtrails. Trafficking will be pulled by June 30th. Black web will be pulled by June 30th. And say these mantras, this is our earth. Every time a trafficking ring gets pulled, it adds positive light to our planet, positive light to the energy and the oscillation. No more chemtrails, so our water can be clarified and cleaned. So we can breathe clean air and drink clean water. Source knows what Source is doing. We need the codes from the sun, and the sun knows us, and we know the sun, and Gaia knows us, and Gaia knows the sun, and Gaia knows God, and God is everything. No more trafficking of children. Stop touching them. We're going to have new education systems, light wisdoms, intelligences, and they're going to start now. Talk about your chakras every day. Who are you? Clarify who you are. Thought, word, and deed, mind, body, heart, spirit, and soul. Spirit and soul is in everything. Talk to spirit about everything. Spirit's in everything. Spirit is everything. Cannot not be. Energy is energy. Vibration is vibration. That's where you're going to end up. It's all about vibration. If you're high vibration, you're going to continue on this path. And choose eternal life every day. I choose eternal life, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What can I do and how can I be right now? And love yourself, dear lighted ones. And don't let anybody make you feel bad for loving yourself. Tell them to go take a vacation. Think you need a vacation, don't you? Don't you need to love yourself a little bit more? You're paying too much attention to me. And you're going to rise, you're going to rise, you're going to rise, because it's time for all of humanity to rise. And we're going to sing the best unity song that's ever been sung before. And we're going to send harmonize and notes and creational notes out to creation. It's going to ripple back, and we're going to be seen for who we are, because we're going to get up and we're not going to stay down. We're going to create light, and we're going to be more of who we are every day. We're going to harmonize with Source every day, because we remember who we are as souls. Source never left us. We were just taught wrong things. I am light, I am light, I am light. Heart, mind, body, brain, soul, cells, muscles, tissues, bones. I'm Source. And Source loves me. And I'll be shown the way. I'm survived, and nobody would. Nobody could. And I'm here. I'm here to tell this story. You will survive, and you can. Stop all bondage. Cut the cords. Ain't nobody got power over you. Never did, never will. Reclaim your power. I want the monies returned to me. I want my birth certificates. I want the righteous papers. I want everything that is truth sent back to me, please. My bank address is there. My PayPal is paypal.me/Joanna L. Ross. I'd like to get on with my life. I'd like my life to be one where I'm moving forward every day and not stuck because there ain't no money to get stuck there because everybody's got my money and their hands on it. Nobody has legal right to touch my money, and every day that's withheld, I'm going to charge you every day. Every day my money is withheld, I'm charging you extra every day. And that means extra blocks on your family, extra blocks on your home, extra blocks on your business, extra blocks on your health, extra blocks on your sex life. And that should make you all real happy. So the more that you keep fucking with me, it's going to keep blocking you. That's how it goes. Because you were all told, leave me alone. I have my right to be here. I'm a part of the Divine Father's plan, and I'm here to help heal this planet. And we will be lifted. So take a deep breath, dear lighted ones. And feel yourself ground. And feel yourself aligned. Doesn't it feel good to be aligned in your center? You know who you are. Your voice is sturdy. Yeah. And you can speak loving and compassionate throughout your day about who you are. And when you need to set boundaries with those that keep pecking on you and pecking on you and pecking on you, set boundaries and have rules of engagement. These are the rules of engagement now. You may only contact me through these 2 ways. There will never be another cycle for us. You will not come back into my life. You have not made it right on any of the crimes and the damages you've done. You did not care for sending me in the streets and sleeping in the streets and sleeping out in the cold every night. You don't care. You will not come back into my life. You brought danger to my children. You ruined my life. You defamed me. You put false claims on me that were 100% wrong, false POAs, death certificates. You can't even count the things that were done. None of you will be in my life. You need to heal, and you all need to get mentally assessed. You will never continue a cycle with me. I am not your redemption. You are. So make it right. Return the monies, return the statements, return the bank IDs, return it all. You don't have any right to hang on to my mail. I want it back. You never did and you never will. These are crimes. So unless you're going to fix your crimes, then you will be charged with the crimes. And make no mistake, we'll go right to the very end. I will not settle. YouTube, shadow government. Anything that you would like to say, Spirit? Is there any messages that would like to come in? Messages that would like to come in. Any telepathic messages for today? I love you too. Did you guys get a good healing? You're gonna get a healing. Oh, stretch. Any donations would be really great. I have lots of things that I need to fix, and I need to get the tools so that I can do my work, because I'm here to put on classes and heal and teach and travel around the world and help people. It's what I'm supposed to be doing. I should have been doing it already. I should have been already traveling around the world. I'm sending out love to my soulmate. I love you. You know who you are. And I miss you. My beautiful soulmate. And whenever you're ready, you can tell the world. But you have to officially ask me. You have to officially ask me to be your girlfriend. I will say yes. You know I will. I've already said yes. I love you. 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 Donations would be really great. PayPal.me/Joanna L. Ross. Bye.